You are about to see mutilated corpses, burning tank carcasses, and all out mayhem, brought to you by Frontline Fatalities.
Sup, COH fans, and welcome to episode 90 of Frontline Fatalities Season 2, brought to you by the Frontline Network, presented by me, FatalSaint, and a good friend, Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Fatal? Wow, episode 90. Feels like we've come a long way. 90, it's like we've been in the 80s for quite a while, because obviously everything slowed down with Company of Heroes 2. We sort of stopped doing VCOcast for a little while, and now we're up to 90.
Yeah, close. 10 more, 100.
That's
100.
like 90 hours of casts. That's several solid days of casting.
Yeah, probably. I wonder if you actually go to the Season 2 playlist and see what the total sum of hours is. It's probably quite a staggering amount of hours.
Probably a lot, yeah.
Yeah, probably a lot. And then we're not even counting the live casts.
Well, true, yeah. And the live casts, some of those were very long. We did
Very
like
long.
a 7 or 8 hour live cast once, didn't we?
Yeah, that was insane. What were we thinking? Seriously?
I don't know.
Me neither. What are we talking about? Anyway, so we got a game on today. Vico, back again. HULKSmash as the US versus Noggan as the Wehrmacht players. We're at the 5-second mark. Ready to go, Tommy?
I'm ready.
Unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And also to notice it's Friday the 13th. Interesting.
Yes, Friday the 13th. Well known for being a day of bad news. Which is
bad things.
Probably appropriate, as we do have a couple of announcements, one of them being rather good and the other one being rather bad, but the bad one probably outweighs the good one slightly. So we've got a few things that we need to let our subscribers know, let our viewers know.
Obviously, Christmas is coming up, which isn't a bad thing. The only thing is that with Christmas comes a lot of stuff you got to do. So I'll be fairly busy. You have to travel, which means you got to go away from your computer, which means, if you don't have a computer, how are you going to cast? That's not going to work.
It can be rather difficult. We did once talk about just doing lots of little sketches and then having a little flip book of casts that we then send via snail mail to every single subscriber, but it was too expensive.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that.
Probably.
No, we do have Christmas coming up, and we are both going to be somewhat unavailable to cast for a little while. By the time you're watching this, as we said, it is going to be Friday the 13th, and there may or may not be some other casts coming up over the next couple of weeks. We'll let you know in the description of this video if we manage to get any more casts done in time. But otherwise, this may be one of the last casts we do for a little while.
It'll be the Christmas hiatus coming up very soon, most likely. I doubt that we will be able to fill the rest of 2013. Only 2 weeks remains after this cast is released, but maybe we can get one more cast in, maybe 2. But we release on Tuesdays and Fridays, and 24th of December, which is Christmas, is a Tuesday. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to cast for Christmas. So that day is probably out. Anything can happen. It's a possibility there's something still is going to happen. But, get prepared for that, viewers. Get ready that maybe the regular, schedule of Tuesdays and Fridays might be a bit off for Christmas.
Yeah. Also, as we go into the new year, time for a bit of good news. Those of you that have been following developments over on co2.org will be aware that a few weeks ago I started up the mod known as Elite Mod. We did mention this in the last VCOcast as well. I'm going to mention it again because this is probably going to be where we do sort of a lot of our future casts if everything goes well. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, the final, I say final in slightly inverted commas there, patch will be out for Elite Mod with all the changes I want. It's got a lot of really cool changes, including some squad AI changes that Kohler has spent a very long time coding, which basically mean no more dancing in and out of cover and all that silly stuff.
That's
was
so
always
cool.
really aggravating. Yeah,
Yeah.
he put a lot of work into fixing that, and it's a huge change, really. It's something I couldn't fix myself, but he went away and he did that, and yeah, it's a really huge change. There are loads of other cool changes as well. We made some little tweaks to snipers, nothing major. It's basically just Vico upgraded, really. That's what it is. It's Vico upgraded. It's like a new patch for Vico, and that, you know, it just fixes a whole bunch of bugs and stuff. And we're going to be launching our first tournament for Elite Mod at some point in January. You'll be hearing about the first tournament for that. So do keep an eye out for that. And it's just gonna be a straight up sign up for it, straight up tournament, no funny business. So but we'll let you guys know in plenty of time when that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so with that out of the way, we did have a couple of engagements here during the early game. The American player HULKSmash did a nice flank on an MG, which he forced off from the center as well, as the German player Noggan I think he was trying obviously to push for the cutoff. Not that there's a lot connection to the right-hand side. These Pias are actually going to get the 10 fuel on the right-hand side. He might be stopped that there is a rifle squad coming out for HULKSmash as well. But, you know, so far, so good, I guess. Both players are sitting on roughly the same amount of resources.
Yeah, so far looks fairly so even. We've got 2 Volk, 1 MG, and a bike opening from Nogano. He's sort of been everywhere. He's been on the left a little bit, he's been on the right a little bit. Doesn't really seem to be executing any kind of fixed game plan. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, he doesn't seem to be sticking rigidly to either side. He's being quite flexible, and actually that's allowed him to go out. He's taken the cutoff on the left-hand side. That's cut off the +10 fuel there, and he's decapped the US player's fuel over here in the top right-hand corner as well. However, that hasn't stopped Mr. HULKSmash from going and getting up his supply yard at the early time of 5 minutes into the game. So we could be seeing a very quick M8.
It's gotta be a very fast M8. I'm guessing that's what he's gunning for at least. But Nogano's doing a fairly good job at trying to deny any fuel income whatsoever for the US player here. And he's been doing all right, but I guess not good enough. He was sitting on the right-hand side 10 fuel and the bottom left-hand side 10 fuel for a while before they were both cut off just recently. So that was enough to buy him the fuel, or get him the fuel that he actually needed to put that supply yard up. So we have the Force Rifle be coming out now, so a little bit of an extended tier 1, as there is a Jeep as well for HULKSmash on the field.
And a further extended tier 1 from Nogano. He has now gone for a sniper as another final unit to his tier 1 before he makes his way over to tier 2. Tier 2 has begun upgrading, so he's keeping about in time with HULKSmash. I notice there's no engineers in his base there, so it looks like he's actually going to be going for another big flank attempt. And if you look at the position of his rifles right now, got this rifle all the way over here on the far right-hand side, more rifles over here on the left. It looks like he is going to try and go for a big flank here.
Yeah, he's coming in from as many angles as possible. He's got a flamer on his engineer as well. That will add some extra AI to that unit. And he gets around this MG. The sniper is out, however. The Jeep goes instantly for the sniper, forces to the retreat. Oh, he was really, I think he really wanted to pursue that sniper, but there are a few too many units around here, and he's going to go in and actually help out instead. Did we just have was that a whole Volk sacrifice to
I think that was a whole Volk sacrifice to recruit the MG, yeah. We'll have to see whether that's going to be worth it, though, because he might get focused down on retreat here as he runs across this negative cover road. He's getting very low here. Nogano taking a lot of losses here, especially on that Volk Grenadier squad, but he is going to get out of there with his life. He did sacrifice a whole Volk squad. No attempt yet to rebuild it, but he is in tier 2, so he can just go straight to his Grens. Even so, that was a very nice flank there by the US player, and he's going to be going out there and capping a whole bunch of territory as quickly as he can.
Yeah, this sniper, though, from Nogano right now, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. He needs to actually deal a tremendous amount of manpower damage. But with that Jeep on the field, he can keep that sniper in check, which is very good for HULKSmash right now. Motor pool coming up in the base, so it's not going to be a super quick M8. I think mainly that was a manpower issue for HULKSmash as he extended, you know, the 5th tier 1 units. So if he would have cut out that extra rifleman squad, maybe that attack wouldn't have been as successful as it was. So, you know, It
swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah, he kind of sacrificed the super fast M8 to actually make that attack a little bit more successful than it could have been with only 3 rifles and a jeep. So, but he does have enough fuel, plenty of fuel in the bank, even 45 fuel in the bank, and his M8 is already building in a motor pool as well. Only problem though, however, is his munitions. He's only got 20 munitions in the bank. He's got sweepers, he's put down a few mines, he's got a flamer as well. So he's basically spent the majority of his munitions right now. But he has grabbed the 16 munition outside of the outside of the German base and the right-hand side. He's trying to cap that as well. So with the 48 income he has currently, that will be 58 when he actually connects this +10 on the right-hand side. He should be able to at least get the skirts and just wait maybe a minute or so to get the Top Gunner as well. Was that a German sniper?
That was a sniper. Hit the mine at a classic point there in the gap in the hedge. It's a point you've always got to watch out for, and it looks like one of those mines finally paying off there for HULKSmash. Now here comes the M8. He's rolling out unskirted though. You got to be careful going out unskirted.
Oh, double
That's
fouls.
why you got to be careful. He was lucky not to lose it. 2 fouls can very often kill an unupgraded M8. In fact, he could even try and go and get a bit cheeky with a bike there, to be honest.
Some penetrations with the bike MG.
You can definitely get some penetrations. In fact, those Volks would have a very good chance of killing it if they chased it down. But it looks like it is going to be able to get away.
Now.
Yeah, it's got its skirts now, but even so, that's a big waste. Is he building a second M8?
He is indeed. Double M8s. Interesting. Where's the tier 2? Here's a tier 2.
There is tier 2, and it's building a pack. And Campcraft Center, yeah.
He's gonna need it. So he's got 50 munitions in the bank right now. It doesn't seem to be upgrading for... Yeah, there's the Top Gunner actually. And he cancels the second M8.
I see the barracks flashing. Is that bars?
Yes, bars instead of the second.
I think that's a better choice, to be honest. 2 M8s, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it really, except in very niche circumstances, and I don't think this really calls for it.
But obviously Noggan saw the first one, which means that he's going to, respond in turn to seeing the vehicle and most likely get a pack. So there's going to be AT on the field. So if he maybe would have not shown his first M8 and could have instantly built 2 in a row and, had enough munitions to at least get skirts of them, maybe then it would have been, that would have been a very strong shock unit, and that would most likely almost even win him the game. But as he saw the M8 coming out, he knows that, my opponent right now, he knows I have vehicles. If I build another one, he's already going to have the counter to it on the field, that being a pack most likely.
Yeah, exactly.
And mines everywhere. There's quite a lot of mines.
There are a lot of mines here just laid all around the middle. If this M8 tries to be, or Jeep in fact, if they try to be aggressive, they're going to run into a world of hurt. However, they're all very defensively placed mines. I think the best solution for HULKSmash right now would just be to sort of cap around the edges. In particular, this left-hand side, there is one mine over here by the +16 munitions, but other than that, it's pretty much devoid of mines here. So I think that would be a good place to focus on, especially as the pack is all the way here on the right-hand side. And Veterancy now starting to come in. Vet 1 infantry.
So tier 2 with a pack after seeing the M8. Not getting like a kill crit. Not a bunker. That's got to be a mid bunker.
Looks like Noggan. He's turning into quite the happy camper.
He's got a lot of forces here in the center.
He's got a lot of forces here. He's really getting very defensive, a lot of mines, and the bunker on top of that. No sign of a doctrine choice yet. I don't even think he's gone Terror. I think he's just waiting, biding his time a little bit.
But infantry for HULKSmash with the off-map unlocked.
Oh,
just a bike.
Yep. Goodbye, bike. Well, the time for bikes is
it was going to happen.
Gone. Yeah, it was going to happen sooner or later. They do tend to die.
Yeah. Especially to bar fire, it goes very quickly.
Yeah, it's never fun.
So the M8 has been shunned and sent over to this left-hand side just to deal with capping Pyos. He knows that he probably can't go into the center. He did actually light up 2 of those mines on the right-hand side close to his bunker, just a bit atop the bunker there, when he went for an assault previously. So he knows there are mines out from Noggan, and he hit one on the left-hand side here as well, which has been reproduced by Noggan with one of HULKSmash's rifles actually ran into that before. So he knows there's mines everywhere. So he knows that he can't really be that aggressive with the M8. He knows that Noggan obviously saw the M8 and he was most likely be able to produce a counter in this time because it's been quite a while. So he's playing a little bit safe right now, getting an AT gun out next from the motor pool.
AT gun is definitely playing it pretty safe. Some might say too safe, really. I don't know what that Jeep can see, but if it can see the bunker, that should have been a pretty good sign that Nogano is going to stay in Tier 2 for a little while.
You can barely see that. I'm not exactly sure if it's seen it previously or not. It is lit up if I turn on the fog of war, so he most likely knows it's there, but he can't see it currently.
Okay, and also you can see bunkers through the fog of war as well. You see the little dark patch appears.
Yeah.
Just beneath it.
So
So
maybe
here's the AT gun.
AT gun is going up to deal with this bunker. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess that's one use for it, is just to
Yeah.
snipe the bunker out. But really, I think a mortar would do all that and much more.
Already 2 Grens out for Nogano as well.
Yeah, well, he could have gone for bet 2, but instead he's going for 2 Grens, and now he's upgrading to bet 2.
Well, seeing the bars, he needs bet 2 on those Grens.
Yeah. Wow, these rifles are really just getting massacred. Not a single Gren loss, and 5 rifles down.
Not a good trade for the US player right here. He gets behind this medic bunker, but the MG was flipped, looking his way, and gets a suppressing burst off on that rifle. Still behind the bunker. Not exactly sure what he's waiting for. He's trying to set up some form of an attack probably, but his rifles are getting beat back quite heavily. Yeah, another pinned as well. They're just basically stuck behind the blind
Yeah,
side.
and look at those 2 medics carrying a couple of dead Volksgrenadiers back. That's going to be half a Gren right there. I really think a WSC would do great things for the US player right now.
Very bad retreat path for that rifleman squad.
no.
Medic bunker
Oh,
drops the bar. There's even an AT gun to steal for Nogano as well. This game is turning around really quickly.
Yeah, this is not looking good. It was sort of, I don't know what that was really from HULKSmash. He just sort of sat in cover and you know, engaged at long range. I don't know what he was seeking to achieve.
Not exactly sure what he's going for either. But we do have the WSC coming up at least. So after seeing the bet 2 on the Grens, getting a sniper next probably. Maybe even a mortar to deal with the bunker. Who knows?
Gonna be a nade into the rifles, forces them to charge forward now into very close range. Nice use of, is that bar suppression or is that just the M8? Whoa, and a Gren goes down.
Not exactly sure.
I think I might have just been a top gunner on the M8. It does suppress. So yeah, we're seeing a bit of fire going down on that Jeep, but it's still alive. But yeah, not looking too hot for HULKSmash right now. He did manage to take out a Gren, which is nice, and that's actually going to force Nogano to grab himself another one instead of teching, because Nogano, he's sitting on 107 fuel right now.
107, not bad at all. He didn't steal an AT gun either, and most of the mainline infantry was forced off. There's this Volk squad out with the stone or rifle.
All his infantry? It looks like
The 2
Nogano's...
Grens got retreated. The MG is actually back here at the VP outside of his base to defend against this backcapping, harassing rifle from HULKSmash, which grabbed this VP now, which is going to continue to drain on the Wehrmacht player down to 392. 399 remains for HULKSmash. Very close when it comes to VPs.
Oh no, we're going to see another free Gren, or I say another one free Gren is going to pop out shortly. Got 2 medics, yep, en route. So that's going to give Nogano 3 vet 2 Grens. That's a lot of firepower.
Yeah, especially against these rifles from HULKSmash. There's 2 squads remaining. There are 3 squads remaining out of the 4 that he had. He did lose that one on retreat. And we got vet 1 on 2 of those squads. But, you know, even with bars, it's not enough to combat these 3 now. Vet 2 Grens. That's a lot of firepower.
Well, Sniper is now out, starts popping away, fires his first shot at the vet 2 Grens. It really needs to start getting those hits out. What was that? That was a mine over here on the right-hand side. Just killed 1 Volk. And Tier 3 is now being tagged. So, smart move by Noggan. I think this is, this is going to do well. Obviously, he's going to have to contend with that 1 AT gun, but I think he should be able to avoid that relatively easily. He may, in fact, choose to go for a Nebel first. A Nebel first can be quite good rather than a vehicle.
Off-map used somewhere, yep, on the right-hand side 10.
Yep.
Yeah, on the 10. Oh, nice.
Yep, one nice hit.
Nogano for retreating there.
Otherwise,
they were standing right in the shell.
Sniper and Flamer combination doing a real number on these Grens, forcing them to retreat once again. Again, we see a 3 Gren full retreat from this forward position. Noggan, I don't know, he's not advancing with all his forces. He just sends his Grens up without any AT. You know, the AT was all the way back, and the MG was all the way back as well. So it was never going to went too well for him.
Oh, there's that. I looked at
it.
it.
Yeah, it was sitting sitting well back. So here come the rifles now, but they're going to run straight into both a mine and an MG.
That's
Conrad
enough
hits the mine.
Stop them dead in their tracks.
Oh,
there are
dear.
more rifles coming in though.
Nice off map on that MG and med bunker as well.
He needs to really go for it right now. Very nicely played from HULKSmash, using those sweepers in combination with the M8. Bars are gonna try to finish it off.
No.
Pack misses completely.
That's not what he needed. He's gonna get decrewed now before he can get his next shot off. Snipers are firing from both sides now. Noggan has his own sniper, but things are rapidly turning from bad to worse here. His pack has been decrewed. He has no real AT. I can't see, he doesn't appear to be upgrading to Shreks on any of these Grenadier squads, even though he could afford it. He's forced to send them out at 3 men, which means this sniper is doing an awful lot of damage to him now.
Oh, he might be getting, maybe, you know, there's a few corpses. Ah, medic's dead. Medic's toast. So no more Grens for you, Nogano, for now, at least until those medics actually respawn. But yeah, this M8 is a big problem right now. He needs to recrew his pack. There's not really anything to recrew with. He's got bolts moving out of his base, which is going to have to do. He needs that pack.
He's gonna see Noggan as he goes for the pack. Now that pack can just be circle strafed. Oh, nice. One hit, kills a guy. This could be really bad. It might just get decrewed straight away.
Now he really needs a Shrek.
Oh dear, there it goes once again. Still no Shrek upgrade on any of these Grens. I agree, he really need a Shrek.
Only thing that HULKSmash could have done better in this engagement was obviously move up his AT gun and just work on that bunker, because it's very low health, and
yeah,
if he's gonna allow it to live, then just, you know, pump out more free Grens. It's gonna hurt him.
Oh, unlucky.
Damage engine.
Unlucky to get damage engine just off 2 Fausts. Fausts rarely give crits like that, so that's very unfortunate. He might still be able to do quite a bit of damage though. He might be able to decrew the pack.
Yeah, if he can decrew the pack, he might be able to get out of this engagement alive with his M8.
Oh, wow. That was a spectacular explosion.
Barely in range for that M8 to take it out. Barely in range.
Well, that's going to be a bit of relief now for Noggan, but here come the bars once again. This is now what he's got to contend with. I would like to see a bit more use of that sniper, though, from HULKSmash. Look at this Jeep, though. It might light up a sniper. It does light up a sniper. Gonna go for the counter sniper, but he gets it.
Nice. Very nicely played from HULKSmash here. Really cementing his game right now. He's definitely in the lead.
Yeah, it was looking quite dominant from Noggan in the first few minutes, but I think his passiveness may have worked against him. You know, he let Hulk build up this army of, you know, snipers and M8s and all that, and he really just and he's paying for it now. These Grens running out, trying to chase him down, but with no counter sniper of his own.
It's going to be a problem for Nogano to actually get rid of that enemy sniper now.
Oh no, AT gun is blocking the sniper. He could even use that Jeep to do a bit of pushing here if he wanted to.
He's trying to focus tower, fire down the enemy sniper. He's going to retreat over negative cover road. Grens are trying to focus and fire him down on retreat. Not getting the lucky crits though, and that sniper actually going to live. So it kind of feels like the same thing is happening over and over again. You know, HULKSmash moves out with his forces and does a combined attack and pushes off Nogano. And then, you know, Nogano's in a bit of trouble. He gets back, he reinforces his squads, and then he pushes HULKSmash off the field and, you know, reclaims all of the territories he lost. And he just goes over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, the mark of a really good player is someone who can make that kind of big combined attack, but have their rear guard of, you know, engineers and pioneers be laying a lot of mines and stuff like that. So he doesn't lose all that territory once again, because as he said, it really is just a back and forth right now. But what these players really want to do is they want to make that combined attack, and then they want to cement it with a lot of mines, and you know, keep their units in cover, stall, and wait for the support to come back once it's reinforced.
So AT gun went back to base to heal. 3-man squad on that AT gun once again, and the Jeep is moving out as well. That Jeep is still alive. It only has 1 kill. But it's been fairly annoying. Lit up the German sniper. There's a new German sniper. This is the 3rd one for Nogano right now. It's getting expensive.
On map, Howie lands just shy of that MG there in the center.
It was very close, actually. It was a fast retreat from hearing it firing in the fog of war from Nogano. If he would have stuck around, I think it would have been a bullseye hit.
Now, Nogano, he teched tier 3 a little while ago, but in the ensuing sort of madness of the last few minutes, he hasn't actually been able to build it. So I wonder if he is actually going to go ahead and build it, or if he's going to go to tier 4, because there's still no sign of doctrine yet.
Good question.
So, that pack just cannot kill that Jeep.
Pack just couldn't kill anything. It missed the M8, now it misses the Jeep as well.
Yeah, it's a bit useless.
I started having a fun day.
In fact, that pack has literally done nothing. I'm pretty sure, like, the M8 was killed entirely by Faust.
Yeah, I think so actually. It came out,
really
but double
quite
fausted.
useless.
Yeah, got its skirt, it got repaired, and then it
Whoa, counter-snipe!
attack. There it is.
Counter-snipe
I was waiting for it. I was
First
looking at
shell.
the German sniper, just waiting for it. Why are these Gwents just sitting here taking flak from everything? And it's obviously a bait.
Yeah, it was a bait, but unfortunately, HULKSmash, he either didn't notice it or he was busy somewhere else, over there on the left maybe, because he fired and he didn't even move after firing either, so he didn't even take out that insurance policy.
Which is something that you're looking for in looking at in Elite mode, right?
Yeah, in Elite mode, well, it's going to be in the next batch changes that I make. As soon as I figure out a really good way to implement it, it's going to be made so that counter snipes will always hit, regardless of whether you're moving or not. There are some good ways to make it like that, and there are some less good ways to make it like that. So it's not really clear cut, but that will hopefully be in the next build that will be available, hopefully, as you're watching this.
So Jeep pushing at the Gwents, trying to go for the US cutoff right now, but
There's a lot of rifles.
I don't think even without the pushing, those Gwents could have stuck around anyway, and he might lose them on retreats. There's a pixel of health left. That's enough.
They're losing territory.
I wonder if we're going to see a rebuilt sniper, or if he's just going to use his Howie from now on.
Well, indirect fire, killing snipers. We've seen that.
Oh, the pack
What did
hits
the
the Jeep.
The Jeep lives
It
after
ate
a pack
shot.
from
I mean,
close?
how big is a pack shell? It's 50 millimeters. That's a
If we just
big
ripped right through
fucking
that
shell.
I didn't even think they could survive a cloak shot. I've seen it survive uncloaked shots because they don't get the bonus, but from cloak, really?
That was pretty crazy. It must have been a weird like crit roll or something. It's probably like a
Very,
5%
very
chance
weak
that it
crit roll,
survives.
yeah. That was strange. Very, very strange. These folks are not having a fun time. They have a stolen bars of their own, but, you know, against 4 of them on vetted rifles, not a fun time.
And 8 CPs Noggan now sitting on. 8 CPs. I would, you know, the earlier you pick a doctrine, the more effective it is. Obviously, you don't want to pick it so early that you can't react to what your opponent's doing. But at the same time, I think Terra Zeal would have really helped him.
Yeah, fighting with these, like, 3 2-man Gren squads and stuff like that, it most likely would have helped him quite a lot. There goes the pack crew.
Or maybe this has all been an elusive feint. Maybe he's just been acting like he has Zeal, and actually he's about to bust out manpower blitz.
That could work. Well, with 8 CPs.
He could do anything with 8 CPs right now. I mean, if he wanted to go straight to the Flak 88 and pop one of those things down, he could. Not that I would recommend it. He has nothing to shoot at, but...
Getting barraged by the howitzer
yeah,
over and over again.
You can sit there and die.
Arty Magnet.
I don't know, it's a kind of a weird playstyle. He's using the Grens, the Vet 2 Grens, you know, sort of sending them out of 3-man in a way that suggests terror. But you built the bunker, which is more along the lines of defensive.
Yeah.
So... Oh, now he's picked terror. And actually,
okay.
even after picking Prop War, he is on 4 3/4 CPs. He is a quarter CP away from unlocking the KT, and we're only 27 minutes into the game. 26 and a half.
There might not be any ticking now. He might just be saving up.
Yeah, he might do. I mean, you know, if he decided now to build tier 3 and then get a vehicle or a Nebel out, it would delay the KT by a good couple of minutes. So, yeah, if I was him, wait for the KT. I say prematurely, obviously, because, okay, some weird teching going on now from Noggan. He just teched a battle phase. At the same time, he has just begun to tech Vet 3. And now he gets his 5 CPs.
You know, good.
He has now just got his 5 CPs, so KT is effectively unlocked. But he has just reached tier 4 and he's getting Vet 3 infantry, so I don't know what he's doing.
Not exactly sure either. Gonna be interested to see what it actually chooses to do right now.
A ruthless feint.
It's a ruse.
It's mind games.
Yeah, it's mind games. Only problem is that, you know, HULKSmash has no idea what doctrine he shows because there's not been any prop wars or anything.
Oh, Oh,
Vet 3! Rifle, gonna walk right into a mine though.
I can just imagine them going like, yes, guys, come on, we
Yeah.
got 22 kills in the field, boom!
Here we go, off-map combat troop finally unlocked. He just got the CPs required to get that. So everything unlocked for HULKSmash.
Oh, that's going to be a heck of a timing. Imagine if OMCG came out at the same time as the KT. Both sides would be thinking, yes, now I can really fuck him with this. And then they go out and they just meet each other. It's like the unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Gonna be two heads crashing together. And someone's
KT's arrived.
Oh, the KT's on the field. And we got 600 manpower saved up for HULKSmash. No sign of, you know, TD or anything in his base. He did get a second supply yard upgrade not long ago, so he's going to be able to afford pumping out these off-map combat troops now. But he needs to roll some nice double M10 or something against this KT.
Yeah, I mean, the pack is still decrewed. There's actually no AT. There's no Shreks. There's just the KT now, not even a pack. So
there we go. First prop war at the BP outside of the German base. So now he knows, and then he can hear in the fog of war. That's no P4. That's not an Ostwind. It's no Puma either.
Oh dear. What's this coming out of clouds?
He's just gonna go right for it, isn't he? He's
I think
basically he went for Vet 3 infantry, moved up both of his Volk and his Grand Squad, called on the KT, and now he's just gonna apply the pressure. Well, 770 manpower in the bank for HULKSmash, impending OMCG coming out very soon.
Ooh, so this could be interesting. I mean, I don't know what he wants right now. A couple of M10s or AT guns?
Oh, M10 and AT gun.
Not bad,
not bad. It's pretty okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously the mortar isn't ideal, but you know, spare rifles great, AT gun great, M10 great, especially without a pack. You know, one M10 could effectively kill a KT.
Yeah. Especially with no pack or
with no pack around, yeah.
Just circle straight him to death. Obviously, you're gonna get fausted to death eventually.
Yeah.
But, you know, get rid of the bolts and you're good.
Here we go. I think that's AP rounds firing from at least one of those AT guns. Oh no, maybe not. Here we go. Is the M10 coming in the rear?
He could just use this as a block now. Just block the KT.
He could.
Pop AP rounds and just sit there with two AT guns.
He is going to block it. I don't know if that's deliberate, but he is blocking it. But the rifles and the Grens are really having a hard time against these Vet 3 Grens. There we go, M10 goes down, AT gun still firing away, but I think the KT might just be out of range now. Yeah. Shrek has also just been upgraded on the Grens now, so he does have some AT.
Well, it's most likely going to be another OMCG. I'm not exactly sure what else he will be able to get right now. He is fairly pop-capped. He was pop-capped with an M10 on the field, and you know he's losing territories on the left-hand side of the map. He's lost his cutoff as well.
Vet 3 rifle almost gets taken out by one foul shot.
Was that the Vet 1 or the Vet 3 that dropped?
That was the Vet 3 that dropped the bar.
That bar. Oh, yeah. Not good.
No, not good. That's a lot of DPS lost.
Oh, there's a new medic bunker which is getting barraged.
Yes, he did get a new one, but I think it's going to die soon. One good hit,
I think.
and it goes down. But there's two pyros coming out. They're going to try and repair it.
Oh, so close and yet so far away. I think it's going to live.
Yeah, it is going to live.
That's a 6 heal. No more heals.
So here come the double AT guns. 2 is really the bare minimum. I mean, the KT could take on 2. I mean, it's got enough health. But, I don't know, you're always at the risk of AP rounds, aren't you? So I probably wouldn't want to risk it.
those pyres, they just don't care
really
about that medic bunker. Just gonna go straight for the KT repair.
I'd say he's got his priorities straight.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. But
yeah, he's going to back well away now, all the way out of range of those AT guns. I bet now he's wishing he did get a tier 3 instead of teching tier 4 fairly uselessly, because a Nebel right now would have been lovely.
Yeah, he needs himself some indirect fire. He could get, you know, a mortar from tier 2 or something, I guess. But, you know, Nebel would be more effective. Safer to use as well, as there is an American mortar on the field as well. So he could potentially get counter mortar if he only, you know, solely would focus on the AT guns.
And we have double Shreks out from Noggan as well. He's got 2 Shreks, and I imagine that's where the artillery's going to be landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too tempting a target, really, isn't it? You put 2 Grens with Shreks like that together. Whoa, a sniper has just gone down to a mine somewhere. I saw because
there it is on the left hand
because
side.
engineers just got
munitions.
that too. So I knew it must have been a mine somewhere.
16 munitions point outside of the German base. He's laying there between the two buildings.
Oh yes, I see him.
Squirming. Look at these Grens in the center. They got 20 kills, practically standing on top.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Inspired Assault popped on these Vet 3 Volks. Look at that! Look at that damage! They just melted a Rifleman squad. Inspired Assault, not an ability you see all too often.
Very few times we've seen that used. Actually.
Yeah, very rarely. I've been playing a little bit lately. Some people might have seen it on my streams, and I go Terror quite a lot. And I have been using it occasionally, only after you get the KT. Generally speaking, some players do like to go for the V1 first, but it's not my style. But Inspired Assault is great for when you get that those riflemen retreating with like 1 or 2 men, and you happen to have a Gren or a Volk nearby. That's what it's great for. It's made for killing retreating units. That's what it's really made for. I wouldn't want to use it in a straight-up battle because the debuffs will hurt you more.
And you can also use it on. That was changed like way back in the day, I think. But the one-man Shrek Gren. Inspired Assault.
Oh yeah, well it's still pretty good. It's not a machine gun Shrek anymore.
But back in the day, it was like machine gun.
Yeah.
Insanely funny to watch.
Well, the KT is now back to 100% health. That's going to be quite the morale crusher for HULKSmash, I imagine.
AT guns are instantly moving out though to try and counter this, while these rifles are just basically cannon fodder right now. Giving line of sight to the AT.
So many of them. I hope that
if you get stickies, if you get one in, he's gonna get a sticky in. So if nothing else, Damage is gonna stall it.
Oh, another use of Inspired Assault here, and it's being used to focus down this Vet 2 Engineer, which does go down. But there's a Vet 3 Gren. Oh, it does go down.
Oh!
Unlucky.
Just
Medics.
barely.
They're gonna get focused down by this Vet 3 squad.
He almost lost one of the Shrek Grens as well at the BP outside of his base. HULKSmash got the triple cap going on once again. He himself is down to 196 and Noggan is sitting on 262. So I gotta see very, very equal game so far when it comes to VPs. The map has traded hands back and forth a couple of times as well. Very close game.
I would like to see Noggan not floating quite so much though. He's sitting on about 700 manpower and almost 500 fuel. So, he could, he's got tier 4 tech, so, you may as well build something out of it.
Get an Oswin.
Yeah, exactly, get an Oswin would be great. He's going to be facing nothing but OMCGs for the rest of the game. There's almost certainly going to be no TD, it's just not worth it or economical at this point. He could just send an Oswin into the base and just go for the Howie. It's, an Oswin will kill a Howie in, a couple of seconds.
Just do something, just apply pressure to your opponent and basically occupy him in his base with anything or somewhere on the map which is far away from your main forces, and then, try and push and try to get some retreats, maybe a nice prop war, and then just basically barricade himself in the base.
Yep, that's the idea. But he's doing pretty well as it is. I mean, he isn't using all of his resources, but yeah, it was over here on the bottom VP on the left-hand side. I think HULKSmash is like, alright, KT's on the field, the longer it's on the field, the worse it's going to get, so better just try and take out the VP win here. But yeah,
apart from that Vet 3 rifle, he's got one Vet 2 rifle as well, but only with 11 kills. But obviously he's killing Vet 3 infantry when he does actually manage to get the kills on the rifles. So they're giving away plenty of XP, I guess.
Well, unfortunately Vet doesn't actually affect the XP that you get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought it was as well for a long time. I thought it was, but actually it's exactly the same.
I thought the vetted stormtroopers came out more than the unvetted stormtroopers, but I guess it's just stormtroopers.
It's just stormtroopers, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So new OMCG, not that great this time though. Got an MG, got an AT gun, a new rifle, and a ranger squad. Obviously you get a ranger squad behind.
Vet 2 rifle goes down, trying to cap the plus 16.
You get a ranger squad behind the KT, with the increased damage. That's pretty good.
If they hit.
If they hit. Even the KT they can't hit for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like it's the size of a fucking house or anything.
Oh wait, it is.
It's just it doesn't even care that it's taking AT gun hits. Just like, yeah.
This Volk squad with the first one that stole the bar. Both of the Volks have bars now, but the first one, it's got 30 kills.
Wow,
that's not too bad. I gotta say,
not too shabby at all.
Squad.
At all.
Very good.
Wow, I think one of those Zooks just hit a friendly mine.
It did something.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but it did something.
Firestorm has been used somewhere.
There was a...
Oh, it was used on the AT guns.
Oh, nice.
One of the AT guns ghosting over to the left-hand side. That's a bug that's on my to-do list of things to fix.
Ghosting.
Yeah, random ghosting AT guns. I mean, it looks hilarious, don't get me wrong, but it's a little frustrating. I remember there was one game, I think it was a tournament game between Aimstrong and Guderian, perhaps? It was a little while ago. But I think Guderian stole Aimstrong's pack and managed to ghost it all the way back into his base.
Yeah, I saw that. So dumb. I think we got rep bunkers coming up from Noggan. He's putting up 2 outside of his base.
2? Wow, okay.
Yeah, 2 bunkers.
Some might say OTT, but hey, it's a KT, so near the reps you can get.
YOLO, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
YOLO indeed. So the map remains, well, heavily contested, but more or less even. I mean, look at the VPs. It doesn't really get a whole lot more even than that. 197 to 192.
It's very, very even right now. We do
Come
have
on,
a push
Rangers,
here on the left-hand side. Rangers with SMGs. Only problem is there's obviously Bet3 rifles, which will be killing everything. Those
Actually, they did manage to get 1 kill.
Oh.
The Rangers did get a
Wow.
kill.
A whole kill.
A whole kill, all for themselves, I know.
Only 100 more, they get Bet3. Not firing once again, this time on, I think his target would be the medic marker right there.
Yep, and he certainly nailed those medics.
So much for the medics. I see a torso flying through the air.
Wow. Yeah.
Or what's left of that torso, I'm not exactly sure. Bits of medic.
Bits of man, yeah. Vet 2, another Vet 2 rifle now. I bet he's wishing he still had that other rifle left alive. Having an army of Vet 2 rifles, lovely.
Well, having an army of Vet 3 rifles would be even lovelier.
It would be even lovelier, but not always possible. But having an army of Vet 2 rifles is definitely within the realm of possibility.
Double supplier upgrades as well.
Yeah, exactly. So these AT guns, 3 of them, all firing
Get out!
in unison.
Get out! Before the KT finishes him off, Vet 2 rifle retreating with a sliver of health down to 1 man.
I like how these AT guns can barely damage the Tiger compared to the rate at which it's being repaired. 2 rep bunkers just going to work.
Double rep bunkers. It is double. Yeah,
I think 3 AT guns is a good number to fight a KT with. What he needs now, he needs to start focusing on killing the infantry. Now that he's lost all these vetted rifles, I think he needs to start, going back to the old sniper route, the old sniper way of killing Grens.
Yeah, I think he's stuck in OMCG land though. However, we do have another one called in. It's going to be another MG AT gun rifle M10 this time. So now he's gonna have 4 AT guns, a little bit overkill. He's got plenty of unvetted rifle against vet 3 Gwens. Not really going to work for him, and he is pop capped as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would have rather gone for a sniper.
Double sniper. That would have solved everything.
Double snipers would have been fine.
What the hell? Double KCH on the left just suddenly appear?
Oh wow.
Hey
okay,
guys,
so
I heard there was a fight
did
going on here
built.
on Longres, so yeah.
Actually, that's a very, very good move. That's a very shrewd move
Against
by
AT
Noggan.
guns, they can just run through them.
Until the M10 comes along and
M10 is
squishes
gonna be
them
a
all to
problem.
death.
Yeah, squishy.
This could be really nasty.
Instant bet 1 if he runs over us.
Yeah, I know, right? They're just so expensive. You don't want to lose. Just losing one of them is painful.
Oh, he's gonna get suppressed. That could have been.
Oh, that could have been beautiful, but he didn't get it. We have another Grenadier reformed. Another free Gren. And wow, I bet he's wishing he had Firestorm now. Oh my god, look at that clusterfuck of AT guns.
It's a murder of AT guns.
Honestly, what the hell is going on there? These KCH, they're just mopping up. Riflemen are being left to die in the field. They retreat with basically no health, but still at vet 3. KT's now engaging back at 100% health. Probably going to see the end of this M10. There it goes. All these AT guns now just without any kind of support, really. Rangers over here on the right-hand side taking on Grens at vet 3 at long range. That's never going to work too well. And 2 medics are going to be able to get back. No, 1 medic's going to be able to get home. Carrying a casualty. So that's going to be a quarter of the way to getting yourself another free with Gren. This 30 cal just ain't cutting it.
Look at that. Volks running up, vet 3. Oh, finally. Only took like 2 bursts to get a suppression on a Volk squad. Not going to work. And now he's going to get focus fired and instantly demolished, forcing him to retreat back to his base. Yeah, main problem now, obviously, for HULKSmash is dealing with all this infantry. Just
yeah,
keeps
he
coming over and
needs
over.
a sniper, and here it is.
Finally.
I don't think it's too late. You know, the game is still so even, 172, 175. He's still got time, and Noggan is still sort of... Thing is, though, now he's got these KCH to contend with, and KCH can make an American sniper's life really, really tough.
Yeah, KCH don't care about no sniper bullets.
No, they do not.
You got those gasoline-soaked Kevlar things going on.
Yeah, exactly. You need flamers for that, and I don't think HULKSmash has any flamers left, does it?
No, no engineers whatsoever.
No. You know, failing that, obviously, you can just have your Vet 2 and Vet 3 rifles on KCH hunting duty. But that's about as good as it gets.
But if
there's KT to deal with.
I think if he would have gotten, you know, instead of spending 800 manpower on getting that last OMCG, which honestly didn't really give him that much. You know, he got another AT gun, he got an M10 which just instantly died again because it's just one M10 against plenty of shreked up Gwens. And he doesn't really need a fourth AT gun. Unvetted rifle's just not doing anything for him apart from, you know, being cannon fodder. And, you know, obviously it's Captain material, but that's as good as it gets. So, you know, if he would have gotten the double sniper back then, I think that would have been much, much better.
Yeah, because even if you can't kill the KCH, you can still kill everything else.
Everything else, yeah.
So, and then you let your Vet 3 rifles and your Rangers deal with the KCH. But as it is now, you know, KCH, they're charging up the field here, and what's there to stop them? There's nothing there to stop them. We've got a wall of AT guns, a useless 30 cal, a Ranger squad which is unvetted, so it's just going to get wasted.
38 kill Vet 3 rifle, very low health on this left-hand side VP outside of the German base, fighting it out at long range against these Volks.
Was that a Vet 3 rifle?
Yeah.
Too many rifles lost.
Over.
You can't just lose rifles like that.
Not the Vet 3 ones. They were the thing that could really, you know, at least deal with these KCH somewhat.
Oh wow, I think a sniper just sniped a KCH.
It did.
Vet 1 on 5 kills. Here we go. Is he going to go? No, he can't afford a V1. It'd be great if he could, because now would be a wonderful time for one. But
you sure? Was it a firestorm then, or what's happening?
No, it was nothing. That was just a little foray into the base. A little how's things.
He took the scenic route into the American base. Just let's see. Everything looks fine.
Check up on them. And you can see here. You know, this is quite usual when you get into the late game and you're fighting sort of heavily vetted infantry. The US player doesn't have a whole lot of vetted on his own. He has to sort of blob everything up and just sort of send it all out, just in one blob, just to take everything on.
Vetted rifle's just not doing anything against these Vet 3 Gwens and KCH. Just nothing. Literally.
And still, Noggan, he could make things so much worse. He's only on 50% pop cap, and he is now sitting on 1,100 manpower. He could really turn the screws on if he wanted to. He could really put the pressure on so much harder.
Seriously, floating quite a lot.
He could build like 3 Oswins.
This game was called something like, you know, Nogano back to playing, and you know, he's back.
He's back, and he's floating like a motherfucker.
Obviously, he's rusty. We've all been there.
We have. In fact, well, everyone's really rusty. You know, I've been getting back into playing lately, and I've been looking back at my games. And the last game I saved, the last replay I saved, and I used to save sort of all my replays against anyone who was, you know, half decently decent anyway, the last one I saved was from April.
Oh wow!
And we're in December now. So I
just a while ago. Oh, ghosting AT gun. It only turned around.
Yeah.
But 2 AT guns decrewed here, so 2 remains for HULKSmash now. He is reinforcing his rifles, the Vet 3 one in his base and his Rangers, but apart from that, not really reinforcing the unvetted one, because he's saving for yet another OMCG.
Yeah, he's gotten into that trap now. I think that is a good move now that he has the 1 sniper. I think 2 would be better, but
yeah,
1 is the necessary minimum. But now we've got 200 munitions here from Noggan. I would love to see a V1 on that Howie. Or on the triage.
Right here. You could just go in there and just take a peek. V1 it.
A V1 on the triage would be great. I think that's where it's coming down actually, because he's just called in a V1.
Oh. You need to move.
He couldn't see.
Those AT guns are toast if they don't start moving right away.
Oh boy.
Sniper is running away though. He's just like,
oh, here he comes. It's coming in on the barracks.
Oh.
And the triage. Triage and barracks goes down, and an AT gun. Yep. And to be honest, that's a great move because he's not got any engineers, so you've got the cost of an engineer, and then the cost of building the triage again.
Yeah.
And then the cost of the AT gun. So
Well, he could build all of these things right now because he's floating over 1,000 manpower because he wants to get OMCG, but he doesn't have the pop cap required to get OMCG in the
I'm not
first
surprised.
place.
He's got very little territory.
Yeah, he basically has no territory. There's only 4 connected to his base right now.
These 2 red bunkers were a very good move by Noggan. They're really paying dividends.
They're just constantly repairing.
He's just able to sit there taking flag, and he doesn't even have to back away.
No, he doesn't really care at all.
Because
guess
it
now
only takes
only
2 minutes.
Only 2 remaining AT guns as well. Here we go, OMCG, finally some pop cap for HULKSmash. AT gun, mortar, and M10.
Wow, he's gotten that same call-in, more or less. Like, every single time.
Minus the rifle now due to pop cap.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
They got the 3rd unit. Do you want to explain that to our viewers or whatever that don't really get into VCO as much as you do? About OMCG and obviously it being affected by pop cap.
Yeah, well, OMCG, it was kind of weirdly. It's not just like a random lottery of units. There's 4 different categories. Call it whatever you want. Category A, B, C, D.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
yeah.
However you want it to be. And basically, you have category A has M10s, M18s if you got those selected, but it has 1 tank destroyer, and it has AT guns. So you will get one of those 3. Guaranteed. And then category B has, in VCO, I've changed it a little bit in Elite Mod, but category B has then like everything. It has like rifles, it has another AT gun, it has oh no, not rifles, it has M8s, AT guns, Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers, yeah.
Mortars and AT guns, I think. Oh my god!
Nice squish! You didn't even get veterancy. That's good.
Oh,
KCH, though,
yeah,
not
that's a bit of a bummer.
Well,
Well,
squish 2, not 3. So.
but still, that's a whole squad gone. That's actually really, really handy for him. I don't know if that's, gonna totally make his comeback here, but hey, it's a start.
And this mortar is doing the only thing it can do right now in the end game, capping the VP. That's what is left to do.
That's what everyone does with their OMCG mortars. They just use it to cap.
MGs and mortars, just go cap.
But yeah, just to really quickly summarize OMCG. So then you've got the 3rd category, which is like mortars, MGs, Rangers, and rifles. And then you've got the 4th one, which only happens sometimes if you still haven't quite fulfilled the max amount of pop cap. So if you got an AT gun instead of an M10, for example, that's less pop cap. Then you get a rifle on top of that. So that's how it works. And the way it's different in Elite Mod, just very slightly different, just to make it a little bit less totally random, I've removed the MGs and mortars from stage B, from the 2nd stage. So what that means
they're still in one stage, but not
yeah, so you can still get either an MG or a mortar, but you will never get both an MG and a mortar in the same call-in.
Because that's usually... That happens quite a lot.
It can happen, and it's just a bit. It's pretty lame when you get that because you call it an OMCG, and even though you're still getting you're still getting more stuff than what you paid for. If that makes any sense, it's still more manpower efficient than buying everything individually. It's a fucking mortar and MG, which suck total ass. And it's not like you are getting a late game OMCG because you know what you really need. You really needed that 30 cal.
That 30 cal is gonna take some time, yeah.
So you can still get 30 cals and you can still get mortars, just not both.
What about the pop cap, obviously? If you can unlock OMCG at 15 pop, but sometimes the stuff coming out will be more than 15 pop.
Yeah,
so
if you get, if it rolls, for example, I don't know,
M10,
2 M10s.
Yeah,
if it rolls 2 M10s, then and you only have 15 pop, then you will only get 2 M10s and
not get that spare rifle.
Maybe a 30 cal or something, or maybe you just get the 2 M10s. I don't know. I'm not sure what the cap is of 2 M10s, but yeah, occasionally you can not get the full thing, and that happens also with PE when you do the Panther call-in, double Panther call-in.
Oh yeah,
you can have enough manpower to use the ability, but not have enough manpower for both Panthers to arrive.
The pop cap, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's basically what happened for HULKSmash. He called in another off-map combat group now, and he gets 3 units. He never gets the 4th, and he didn't get an M10 or anything. He just got, rifle, mortar, AT gun. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have enough pop to get that additional 4th unit, which would most likely would have been, another rifle. It's just not happening because he's constantly pop capped. and he's calling it in at like basically the minimum.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Neuter M10 going in for the crush. Anything it can do is good without the main gun. He gets 3 KCH, awarding him vet 1. Gets Fausted, destroyed engine. Still alive, crushes another guy.
Still alive, still got vet 2. But look at these Grens now. They're all vet 3 and they're all got Shreks. They're all packing heat.
They're all very angry, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he's going after the AT guns now. Yeah, go 30 cal. You'll win the war for the Germans. For the Americans. Alright. You know, if he wanted to be mean, he could have just left that M10 to sit there totally muted, and he would have had to build an engineer. Oh, actually, he did build an engineer because he had to rebuild his triage.
Yeah, his triage.
Oh, I think this is going to be night-night for the Howie.
It's going to be V1. Is it cooled up? Down here?
No, he can't
gonna
call it
Shrek
V1, but he's going to Shrek it to death, like 2 Shreks. Yeah, goodbye. There goes another AT gun as well. He's going to work on killing this MG emplacement for some bizarre reason.
There's 2 AT guns remaining, so he could potentially push up his KT, but I'm not even sure he needs to. He's actually just going to do a retreat there. He could have probably destroyed at least, you know, the MG bunker, maybe the supply yard or something before being forced off. Obviously, there's the enemy sniper, but...
Yeah, I think he didn't want to get into a situation where he was retreating with 1 man and then he'd lose the squad.
Just the squad.
Yeah.
Maybe you can explain that too as well. At, you know, Vet 2, they get changed in armor class, which affects their retreat.
Well, yeah, essentially, Vet 2 Grens will always get sniped. It's just a thing that they made so that Vet 2 Gren spam wasn't totally OP like it used to be. So yeah, you can be at point blank range and the sniper will still hit a Gren all the time. Hell, I mean, even through smoke sometimes, elite Grens get hit.
These unvetted rifles not having a fun time. These Vet 3 board up Volks with 48 kills now on his right hand side. 48 kill Volk squad. It's been alive from
That fucking KT, I can only imagine. I feel kind of bad for HULKSmash, honestly. Fighting a KT with 2 rep bunkers, it's just the ultimate nightmare scenario. It sort of reminds me of OMG mod. Back when people, you know, the worst thing would be like a 3v3 or 4v4 where everyone has rep bunkers and someone has a KT. And you just never kill it.
New OMCG on the field for HULKSmash. M10, M8 rifle mortar this time. But it's just feeling like, I don't know. What can he do to actually counter all these revs right now?
Well, he needs anti-infantry, and OMCG isn't good for that, because it doesn't give you vet, and he needs vet to fight with. You know, if you lose all your vet, you're kind of stuck, really. It's sort of... It's... Unless you mass snipers, that's really what it comes down to. And if you're going to use all your manpower on OMCGs, then obviously you can't do that.
No.
And there goes
I think he needs to
rifle
move
and
away
another
from the
AT gun.
OMCG and just at least get the second sniper. That's going to force off the Gren squads. He can't afford to stick around with a 2-man Gren squad for too long. He basically needs to instantly retreat it, or you know, the next 2 shots are going to kill him, even if he retreats after the 3rd shot with 1 man remaining. If the sniper takes, you know, the second sniper takes a shot on the retreating guy, as we just said, he's still going to die. He's still going to get hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pretty, but the way to counter this kind of play, where it's just purely tier 2 and KT, is with snipers. And that is snipers plural.
Oh, it's going to be a nasty D1.
Oh boy.
He's got a little sandbag thing going on in his base as well.
Oh no, oh no.
Just like a prime target.
Actually, it was a little bit shy. I thought it was going to be a bit deeper.
Yeah.
It was.
Maybe
It took out. Maybe he was deliberately going for the triage and not the units.
Maybe.
Killing a triage, it's just very annoying. It's, you know,
build again.
a lot of people kill the supply yard to take out the manpower income, which is probably more practical, but killing a triage is just really annoying, because it just takes time to rebuild it. I mean, just think about, if he had had better unit preservation, HULKSmash would have had, what, like at least 4 Vet 3 rifles by now?
I mean, at least 2. He lost 1, obviously, and he has 1 remaining.
And he
lost some Vet 2 as well.
And he lost a couple of Vet 2s. So
say, you know, in a perfect world, if they were still all alive, he would have had at least 3 Vet 3 rifles.
Yeah.
That would have been very good.
That would have been, yeah.
Stop the OMCG stuff going on for a little bit, get that second sniper, and then you can continue with the OMCG if he you know, wants to do that. That's fine. But you know, just getting that second sniper combined with obviously preserving his rifles would have been a different story.
This is a bad day to be an M10 driver. It's just like, yeah, so you're gonna get sent to the front again, guys. There's nothing to really kill there, but there's an awful lot of Shreks to dodge.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, at least M8s are pretty decent at killing KCH. That's the one thing they're decent for.
It's another Firestorm used in the base here against these AT guns. He does manage.
Yeah, he did decrew one.
Motor pool's on fire as well.
So it is.
It's very, very damaged right now.
Most of the US base is looking a little bit sorry for itself.
Yeah, there's a few craters going on right there, a bit of burning, and, you know, stuff happened, and shit exploded, and that's basically it.
We have an OP, a second OP has now come up. I noticed the first one, but didn't comment on it. We've got a munitions OP just outside the Vermont base and another one on the +16. So,
yeah, the one on the +16 got destroyed and rebuilt again.
Yeah, so we're looking at +85 income for Noggan now. That's more
how much is he banking on? Obviously, he's using his off
he's got
maps.
100. He's got 100 in there, but yeah, he's using his off maps, and you know he could just win the game now just by prop pouring off the VPs. Because obviously, if you look at the VPs now, down to just 25 for HULKSmash. But to his credit, he got Noggan down to 108, and he is playing Ver on Longra, which is never easy. So you know, it might be a loss, but he can at least look at it. You know, it's certainly, if nothing else, it's a Pyrrhic victory for Noggan. You know, he lost an awful lot of units and an awful lot of VPs to get this win. It was not an easy one.
Yeah, and HULKSmash did some brilliant attacks, especially early game, early mid game or so. He did some very, very good attacks. He even forced Noggan to sacrifice a Volt squad just to recrew an MG that was killed, and get it off the field instead of leaving it for the US player. So in retrospect, maybe it wasn't a terrible choice to sacrifice that Volt squad. You never want to do that, but if you're forced to do it, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, manpower wise, obviously it's cheaper to replace an MG than it is to replace a Volt, but giving your opponent an MG is really bad. It's so bad. And we have another Firestorm coming in.
Yeah, this is gotta be bar suppression here used on.
I'm surprised actually that bar suppression even worked. Oh, it's because it's Bet 3, that's why.
Yeah, Bet 3 rifle.
Oh my god, that was a heck of a Firestorm rocket. Killed 4 out of 6 of those rifles. This AT gun is decreed once again.
UCG, double AT gun, rifle M8.
You know, M8s are not bad. I like M8s in my OMCGs. It does feel a little bit like bringing a knife to a gunfight, but they're great for doing a bit of base harassment.
Yeah, in the end game, there's not that much they can do, is there?
No, not really. I just go and lay M8 mines in the base and stuff like that.
Yeah. Park behind a KT and lay an M8 mine or something.
Yeah, just be really gay.
For the greater good.
Well, that was a great game, actually.
Such a throwaway culture. so many vehicles lost from these OMCGs.
I know. Those M10s just they had the lifespan of a fruit fly.
Where's that awesome Volt squad? I gotta go check them in. Is he in the base? Yeah, there he is. 49 kills.
Squad. Wow, 49 kills. That is more than. Well, the Gren's got like 28, 30. The other one's got pretty low kills. The KCH
sniper has 40.
Don't know what they got. But yeah, wow. Noggan was sitting on 1,020 fuel at the end.
Holy smokes!
Speaking to the fact that he just did not really seem to want to build any vehicles, but it worked out for him in the end. He tech tier 4. It was a bit of a weird one, but he did use it. He did put it to good use. He got himself those KCH, and I don't think they got an awful lot of kills, but. You know, they did work. You know, they pushed him back, didn't they?
Yeah, created a distraction, if nothing else.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean, and they're just a general pain in the ass to deal with.
Very annoying distraction as well.
Yeah,
to get rid of.
Well, that was an entertaining game between these two players. So I hope you guys enjoy. Do leave us a comment. So as we said at the very beginning, those of you who are still watching, we may be going on a short hiatus after this cast. Yeah. We may not. There may be some more, but. Don't count on it, and then we will hopefully be coming back with some more new content in the new year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a happy Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah.